Where is heaven? No one seems to know. Religious pundits claim they know, but they give some kind of ethereal notion of a heaven that exists somewhere out there in outer space and out of reach. After all, didn't we travel to outer space and then to the outer reaches of the solar system? No heaven. We didn't find it. So somebody must know where heaven is. The reason religious clergy can't tell you where heaven is, they don't know where heaven is. The reason they don't know is because they have stopped consulting the Bible as the basic source for religious answers. So what does the Bible say? According to the Bible and other accepted sources, there is not one heaven, but three. The first heaven is the one that you see during the day by looking up into the blue sunlit sky. The second heaven is the one that you see by the canvas of the dark night sky, complete with stars. The third heaven is a place hidden in plain sight, seen in the night sky as one of the heavenly bodies, albeit that the heavenly kingdom is one that is in the spirit realm. This realm is where God and the angels are. If you look up in the night sky, you are able to see heaven, along with the other heavenly bodies that are able to be seen from the vantage point of the earth. The term, the heavenly bodies, is ancient. In those times, it was only used to indicate the 7 moving objects seen in the sky during the night. These objects were the sun, the moon, and the 5 closest planets to the earth. So what's that got to do with the question? It has everything to do with the question. Because of these heavenly bodies, excluding the sun and the moon, heaven is one of those 5 planets. That's right. Heaven is a planet just like the earth, and it's closer than you think. The Bible speaks of cherubim. It says that these cherubim are situated around and encircle the throne of God, singing His praise day and night. It also says that they have many eyes. Well, of course they do. They have the 8 eyes of the 4 symbolic creatures. These living things, according to the Bible, had the appearance of a lion, a man, an ox, and an eagle. Is it just me? Aren't these the same symbols of the 4 flags of the encamped tribes of Israel surrounding the tabernacle when they were in the desert? Judah was the lion flag in the east. Dan was the eagle in the north. Ephraim was the ox in the west. And Reuben was the man flag in the south. The 4 heads of the living creatures are symbolic. As cherubim, they maintain a circular flight around the solar system. Their 4 cardinal points are used to indicate perspective directions. These directions point to either east, south, west, or north, based on the location of the sun. The earth, like all symbolic cherubim or planets, is a sphere and not a flat object. Without a sun or compass, finding directions would be impossible. The sun acts as a direction keeper. The 4 wings, however, are symbolic of flight, and flight is the characteristic of all cherubim, as their purpose is to fly through space in their orbit. Their destination is a never-ending circle as they orbit the sun. One of the 4 creatures always maintains a direct cardinal point orientation to the east. This is the lion. It is the only noted creature of the cherubim that keeps this vigil. The 4 cherubim heads also correspond to the 4 cardinal points of the zodiac. This is obviously no coincidence. The job of all cherubim is to be about the business of staying in continuous motion around the sun, and while traveling in a circuit of space to herald the praise of the Almighty God night and day. Of this, the earth is no exception. The real mystery of Egypt's Sphinx is that the Sphinx is a cherubim, and always has been. It is the largest cherubim on the face of the earth. The lion-bodied Sphinx maintains a perpetual gaze toward the eastern sunrise. It is not difficult to see the deep correlation and symbolism between the earth and the other so-called planets as cherubim. The Almighty God forbade us from the practice of idolatry. Would he then turn around and violate his own commandments by requesting the making of cherubims for use in his holy temple? By all means, no. God knew that cherubims were only symbolic. He knew that they were only symbols who represented the real thing. The real things were the planets. God would never create such a hideous composite creature in the first place, composed of a lion, even a man, an ox, and an eagle, to surround his holy throne day and night. Two of the creatures that made up the cherubim are scavengers, which means that they, by Bible definitions and standards, are unclean beasts. Use your head. This is code. The sum of all points made is that cherubim are not angels, and they never have been. Instead, they are planets. And of all the 7 heavenly bodies seen naked eye in the night sky, God resides on one. By all accounts, if God lives on a planet, then he lives on a cherubim. And if he rides on one, then so do you. The earth travels at a speed of 1,000 miles per hour. In keeping with God's numbering standards, he would naturally be on the 7th. When seen from the vantage point of the earth, there is only one planet that appears both regal and royal. That planet is Saturn. It is the most beautiful and adorned planet in the solar system. It is the only planet in the night sky that can be seen which has a golden hue. Saturn also has brilliant, gigantic rings surrounding it. These rings give it the appearance of having a halo or crown, denoting it as a heavenly king planet. Thank you.